over, and you can be sadly mistaken and find out the hard way.
Yeah,
the hard
absolutely.
way.
Absolutely. So before we get too far in, let's reel it back, son. Let's reel it back real quick. And it's funny because everything comes full circle. So that's how I met you at the spot that you was just talking about. Obviously, that's how we had met. What's going on with it, big dog?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
See, you are currently a part of Four Laws right now.
What's going on?
See,
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
This is my guy Shane. It's the one I was telling you about.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sykes'
sir.
cousin,
Yeah, how you doing?
Big
I'm
Cliff's
chilling,
cousin.
man. Sight
Okay,
told me to send his
okay.
love too, man.
No doubt, that's my guy. You know, we from that hood. You know how it go,
Okay.
man. That's my brother, though.
Yeah.
It's more than that, though.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I'm
sure,
saying?
for
You
sure.
know? But how you doing, man? Everything
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. It's good to meet you, man.
You too, man. I didn't mean to interrupt. Man, I'm just putting this stuff in here, bro.
Already, bro. I'm going to give it to you in a minute.
Everything cool?
It's crazy, man, because that's what Four Laws is all about, man. Just brotherhood and camaraderie and shit. Like, and did you see the way his eyes had lit up after, we said a few certain names or whatever? It's like, oh, those are key names. And, it's crazy. All right, because back to where I was trying to go. Let's go back to the start, and that was kind of an introduction for the start. Tell us who Penthouse Nero is and how that name came about, who you are, just your background.
All right, so Wichita stand up. Raised in Wichita, originally born out in the East Coast. I'm raised in Wichita though, and
We're at on the East Coast.
I was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
Bridgeport, Connecticut, tri-state area. I came to Kansas in the early 90s as a youngin', and this is home for me. This is where I'm from. So, Penthouse Nero, man, is the stage name, but it's how I see myself. I'm born to Shane Gant, and if you know the Gants, then you know, and there's two sets of Gant families in Wichita, but mine's Coach Gant. People know Coach Gant. They know both my brothers for balling. You know what I'm saying? They was, doing their thing cold on the court. And Deshane Gant is who I am. That's my foundation. That's who I am as a person. There's so many different sides to that one person, just the different things that I've been through in life, but that's what always keeps me grounded. But Penthouse Nero, the name comes from, in the street, when I was younger, my cousin gave me the nickname De Niro, which was a joke because at the time, they always said that I look more Mexican than black. And
you look Italian and black, but okay.
That's what somebody else told me. They said I got an Italian nose. But like growing up, everybody used to always say I look Mexican or I was mixed with black and white.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was fucking with a lot of like different Hispanic girls, and I was always trying to plot on some ways to come up on some money. So the joke was, you don't want no money, you want some dinero. You know what I'm saying? And the name stuck as an inner circle thing. It didn't really become like a street alias until I got older, and you don't want to use your real name introducing yourself to certain people. So, it was always either D or dinero. And so that's where, that Nero comes from, just, my street name, the nickname that was given to me by my cousin. Penthouse, that's the funny part, is it's overall it's the lifestyle, but I say it's funny because it comes from letters to Penthouse. So in the joint, I got hip to the books, Letters to Penthouse, and not the magazine, the actual book. So, because you get in there, shit, I'm 21 years old. Like, man, shit, I'm horny. You know what I'm saying? So, we reading Letters to Penthouse. One of my cellies introduced me to the books. And after that, like, bro, I would try to track these books down every which way. So, in Leavenworth, I was in Leavenworth from 2016 to 2020. And there became a part where everybody in the unit knew if you wanted a Penthouse book, go holler at De Niro. Because I had a stack of them, about 10 books in my cell. A race riot had took place in Leavenworth, and when they did that, they moved everybody out their current cell, put them in different cells. So I ended up in a cell that was technically belonged to the Serenos, but the cell was plush. I'm talking about they had nice big lockers they bought. They had them raised off the floor. They really had that bitch put together.
You gonna be here for a while?
Yeah, I will be here till probably about 8.
Okay, Boss Man want to do an hour. You know Boss Man?
Boss man, yeah. I know of him. I don't know him, but yeah.
I mean, if you want to do it, I can't.
When do you want to do it?
He want to do it at 7:00.
Nah, 7 will be too late for me.
Too late?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to be back to the crib by like 7:30 to 8.
Okay, I'm gonna
see if he want to do tomorrow sometime. I'll be free all day tomorrow.
He just kind of rushing it, bro. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
like I had to just tell him, like, bro, this ain't the only thing niggas do.
Yeah.
We do it, but you know, you call it the day of, and you know,
at the last,
yeah.
Which is cool. If I could do it, I would. I just can't do it. You know.
Nah, I already got other obligations down. Yeah, I would have loved to have done it though, cause I still ain't even met him yet.
Yeah, he cool. But I mean, you know, we'll work that out. I'm gonna see if Mo can do it.
I bet, bro.
Okay.
All right.
So the cell I landed in was technically property of the Serangos, but it was a plush cell. You know, they had the floor done. They got the big lockers, and the lockers is like mounted to the wall. It got a look like some cells in Leavenworth got like an extra, inch or two of the cement in there. So it was a wider cell. So we called it the penthouse. It was on the top floor of the unit. So
now we top floor.
Yeah, so now we top floor. So when, the homies would come to my cell to kick it, smoke, whatever, this was the penthouse. And I chose it as a stage name because those who know my story, they know me from back when I was with Big Cliff and So Unique. I was D Rhymer. That was my name back then, D Rhymer. And in prison, though, I wasn't writing and I wasn't really necessarily thinking about music, but I always, felt like I'd be able to do it again. I just felt like D Rhymer didn't fit me. It didn't fit the person I was. It was, a name I came up with when I was young, and it just was something that I stuck with until I went fed. So I just wanted to reinvent myself and come up with a different name, and I tossed a couple different names around. But one day it just hit me like Penthouse Nero, and it stuck. I liked how it sounded. I remember telling one of my homies, Free the Real, my homie Mike, but I just remember telling my homie, like, yeah, I think I'm going to run with the name Penthouse Nero. And he's like, bitch, that's catchy. That's you. You know what I'm saying? So Penthouse Nero, man, it's my mindset. My mindset is top floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mindset is I should be living in the lap of luxury. I should be living like this. You know what I'm saying? I should be on the top floor. I should be looking down. There ain't nothing over me other than heaven. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So at this point in your life, what do you think is going to take for you to get to that next level?
Being consistent, staying positive, and staying productive. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be in this situation. So just to keep grinding, man, and I'm full of so many different ideas. I'm just getting started. They don't really know how deep shit get with me, man. I write screenplays. I write books. I don't just make music, you know what I'm saying? So there's so much other stuff to me. And I'm also learning about true business and investing, things like that. So for me, it's just that staying consistent, not getting sidetracked, not getting sucked into these traps, not letting motherfuckers pull me back, pull me down. So just keep driving, man. Stay productive, man. And always keep what I want first. Keep my goals first. True manifestation.
Man, yeah, bro, because niggas will trick you out your spot real easily.
They will, especially if you let them.
Yeah.
Especially if you let them.
Yeah. How long have you been home?
We'll be in October, so going on 8 months.
Okay, and I only asked because you had spoke to your current situation, and I wanted to put your current situation into more perspective. When I met you, you came home what, February?
February.
I met you in July.
By July, yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I met you at the top of August.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, because my first day was August 9th. All right. I met you at the top of August. By that time, you were already 2 projects in, 30,000 streams in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I ain't checked the numbers in maybe about 2 days, so we probably had like maybe 38,000 streams.
38,000 streams. Okay, and that's straight out the joint.
Yeah.
Straight out the feds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How did you make that happen? And I know I asked you this question as soon as you told me, but how did you make that happen?
So, coming home, I came home February 28th. My first project was released April 2nd. and it was titled "This Was All Unexpected" because I was released 5 years early than what I was sentenced to do. And blessings, major blessings. You know what I'm saying? So I did the first project, which was an EP, 6 tracks, all produced by me. We did it in 2 sessions over at Parallel. Shout out to Christian. That was kind of to let people know I'm back. It was kind of for touching the core base of people who knew D. Rhymer.
Okay.
So for me, it was to put music out to say, nigga, I'm here.
Yeah.
With Fed Paper, it came out June 8th. That was my first full-length body of work, and I just wanted something that was quality, and I wanted to put something out there that I felt was timeless and that people can really enjoy. So I put the work in for it as far as, of course, recording. I did 10 of the 13 songs as far as production. The producer, Ivy, he did the other 3.
Ivy is a guy from
Parallel. He's the in-house producer. Big shout out to Parallel. Big shout out to Christian. Big shout out to Ivy and Plainview Kid. So and also Jacob Clark. That's getting it.
Big shout out Jacob. Yeah.
So, I put the work in, man. We had some great, like me and Christian had 6-hour sessions, 4-hour sessions. We'll go over there. We'll get it in.
Putting the work in.
Putting that work in. So I selected pretty much the beats. The ones that was produced by Ivy, actually, that happened on, I just came into the studio one day, I seen a guy sitting on the couch. I thought maybe Christian just had one of his homies in there with him. It's a studio, so I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to it, it's the vibe. And he heard one of, actually what it was I had to get on the computer and resend one of the beats. And he asked me, he's like, man, you do beats? I'm like, yeah, I've been doing my own production. And he told me he did beats. So, he played a couple halfway through the session, and I ended up buying some beats from him. And 3 of those made the project. Deadly Bosses with Fetty Chico, Whole Vibe, and Losses.
Big shout out Fetty Chico.
Big shout out Fetty Chico, man. That's my guy.
So you made the majority of the first project, which is called...
The first project was This Was All Unexpected, and I produced everything on there.
You made almost everything on
No, I produced everything on there.
You produced everything? So everything was your beats? Okay.
Everything on This Was All Unexpected.
So how long before... so you get out, then this project drops. How much time is in between there?
I got out February 28th, and that dropped April 2nd. So
okay.
So a month.
Were you making beats before you went in, or while you were in, or anything?
How I came to make beats.
Because you was running with So Unique. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
That's where I was going.
So Unique,
yeah,
bro.
that's where I was going. Those who know my story, they know S Corp the family, S Corp the team. And shout out to my cousin Kyle, because he played a big part in S Corp too, and he was always behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Always there for us every step of the way. Shout out to Kyle Smith. I love you, nigga. And so I'm with Big Cliff, Streets Gov, that's my cousin, and So Unique. Rest in peace to So Unique, rest in peace to Big Cliff.
Rest in peace.
So Unique, I was with him very early in his stages of his production, and I actually kind of helped mentor him through his production, kind of just letting him know what my ear is like, oh, that's cool, this ain't, whatever, but he, from day one, he had great beats. So I ended up making beats because I no longer have him, So while I was in the joint, they got the smartphones floating around, whatever. I was blessed in the situation, my people was there for me, and they bought me one, And while I had it, a lot of guys, I had heard them talk about they were recording on BandLab. So one day, I download BandLab and I just get to playing around on there, just listening to sounds and whatnot. And then I made a couple beats actually while I was inside. Okay. And I get out February 28th. The second beat that I made was actually Mainline Dreams. You know what I'm saying? So that's the second beat. I made that on the highway driving from Louisiana, where I was released at, to Texas. I spent 2 nights in Texas when I first got out. So I made that on the highway. My wife is driving. You know, after we get to kick it, catch up, hee hee ha ha. You know, I get to call my people. Hey, I'm out. I'm on my way to the house. Man, after a while, I told baby, all right, I'm gonna get to work. I threw them headphones in. I made one beat, and then I started immediately on the next one. And then when I started that one, I knew, okay, I got something for this. And then a funny thing is though, the intro on this was all unexpected. I actually made that in prison, so it was a beat that I liked. I
love that joint too.
Yeah, I love the feeling of it. I wrote probably like the first 12 bars of it in prison, and when I came home and just started working on the project, I wasn't originally going to touch it. And one day I spent a lot of nights in a lot of different hotels when I first got out because I'm Penthouse Nero, so lap of luxury, just living my life. But one day, before checkout, I'm just getting myself together. I like to go through BandLab every now and then, listen to my beats and see what I got. And that beat came on. And so I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, nigga, this is dope. I'm going to finish this. And I actually didn't finish it till the day I did it at one of the sessions. But so I produced all that, but I got put in that position because when I came home, I didn't have So Unique. And I didn't have the time to waste waiting on another nigga. And I also didn't have the finances to buy some of these beats. Some of these niggas want $1,000 a beat. Some niggas want $1,500. Some niggas will give you a player deal as far as
there's a lot of good deals going on in the city. Big shout out to SC Trill. Big shout out to 4 Times the Genius.
For sure. Now, big shout out. Now, I'm gonna say this: SC Trill is dope as fuck. Mm-hmm. And I love his sound. I love what he do. And one thing about SC Trill, he been doing this shit as long as I was. Because back when we were Escort, I think they were Wichita's Most Wanted, I think.
Yeah.
And so that was my first, and he rapped back then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
he still rap every now and then.
Okay. See, I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, so back then, though, that was my first introduction to SC Trill. I never personally met him. And then I remember one song he had that I heard. He had said something about Judge Brooks. Judge Brooks is a juvenile judge, and I had Judge Brooks as well. So when I heard it, it was kind of like, oh shit. So, but big shout out to SC Trill.
Big shout out to the North Side.
Big shout out to the North Side. Kenmar, motherfucking Kenmar Persian boy. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. And but 4 Times the Genius, man. Man, stop playing. Shout out to my nigga. Like when I met bro, off the muscle, big love, you know what I'm saying? Instantly, like we hit it off. And when I heard his music, he let me hear, the things he did as far as rapping, and I was amazed. But then he opened up the stockpile. You know what I'm saying? He got all this great shit that he was sitting on. I shouldn't be saying this because I know now all you niggas is gonna try to come out the woodworks and tap in, and I fight for beats, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you asked earlier, will it take it there? Like, yeah, nigga, but on some serious shit though, man. There's so much love, bro, because you sent me over a busload of shit.
Yeah, man.
And we about to fuck the town up with that shit.
You know why I did that though, bro?
What's up?
Cause seeing you made me feel like shit about myself.
That's all.
Because I'm sitting down, I'm talking to you like, yeah, man, I got 30,000 streams right now. Nigga, what? The few songs that I done dropped over you spent 12 years in doing a bid. Came out, dropped 2 projects instantly. I spent 12 years working in studios, working in and out of studios, meeting who's who, knowing all the right people, being in all the right places at the right time, but not doing anything with it. So really just taking my time and my talents for granted. And just seeing what you came home and accomplished, it really put shit into perspective for me. Like, nigga, you don't have the time to waste, bro. You don't have the resources or the luxury to just chill around and wait for the, for the opportunity or the handout, or nigga, you gotta go out and get it.
Absolutely.
So it's like, nigga, if this nigga can come home, bro, after doing a bid, and the whole landscape just changing, nigga. When you went in, nigga, we was playing tapes, nigga. But we was definitely on LimeWire. We was definitely on that piff.
Man,
definitely, bro. Like all of this Spotify, Apple Music, all of this shit was not existing in the capacity that it is now. So it's like to see you just come home and navigate the waters like that, bro. It was inspiring.